Hello students, this is Mrs. Kerr. Today we are going to do example 4, use equations to solve problems and try it. So this is going to be a modeling type question. But before we get into it, I want to remind you what the I can statement is, the learning target for today. So what we've been doing in 1.2 and 1.3 is solving equations, and now we're getting to variables on both sides. So it all falls underneath the I can statement. I can write and solve equations with a variable on both sides to solve problems. So in the previous examples that I've done in this section, we have learned about one solution, no solution, infinitely many solutions. So today we're actually going to do a word problem to model what it would look like in a real life situation. So in this situation, Cameron pays 95 cents per song with his current music service. A new music download service charges 89 cents per song with a $12 joining fee. Should Cameron switch to the new service? So this is exactly what you would do when you want to compare two different situations. Now we're still going to use the guess method, especially now that we're going to be basically involving two expressions and making it an equation. So in the given, we know in the first part that Cameron pays 95 cents per song. So if he gets one, it's 95 cents. If he gets two, it's $1.90. If he gets three, it's $2.85. I'm just adding those up. So this is 95 cents a song. Now, this is just for his current music service. So there's always going to be two different situations that you compare. So I recommend having some type of way to determine or show yourself that it's a different situation, using a different color, maybe drawing a line underneath the given, something to separate your thoughts. So the next one says 89 cents a song. So yay, it's cheaper. That's awesome. But this one has a $12 joining fee. So a joining fee or a membership fee or anything that charges you once is kind of like a one-time deal. So you have to add that joining fee at the end. Now our unknown, of course our unknown is always important to come up with because that tells us what we're looking for. So we are trying to figure out, should he switch to the new service? So we need to figure out how many songs can he buy to make it even. So we should put songs bought. Now we're comparing the two, so we want to equal the two sides to see what our best option is. So I have the first side, which is 0.95x. And then I have his other side, which is 89x plus 12. Now the reason why I knew the 95 cents and the 89 cents should go next to the X is because we're talking about songs. So notice that we're talking about songs. We're talking about 95-cent songs, 89-cent songs. So that just helps you kind of match it up if you're confused on what number goes where. And now we just solve it. I recommend putting the variable on the left. 0.89 is the same thing as 89 cents, 0.89. If you have to write, you don't have to write that 0 if it's in front of the decimal like that. So then just subtract it. Be careful. So this 0 does not matter, but this one right here, it's a placement, it does matter. So that's saying 6 cents. And then we're going to divide. Once again, that 0 matters, so do not forget that. So 12 divided by 0.06 gets you X equals 200. Okay, so what does that 200 mean? So that 200 means he can download 200 songs. And that is when they break even. Okay, so that's when his new service costs the same as the one that he's looking into. So this is kind of like, you have to really think about what this 200 means. So if Cameron wants less than 200, he should stay with his current music service because it's going to be cheaper. So less than 200 songs. Stay with his service. If he's going to download more, so if he wants more, he should switch. So you really need to think about this. Anything less than 200 would be cheaper. Anything more than 200, he should switch his service. 200 is, like I said before, the break even. It's when the left side and the right side equal each other, which is the point of setting them equal to each other. So think about this question, and then I want you to pause, and I want you to try the your turn. And it's going to be the same situation except different numbers. So Cameron pays 95 cents per song with his current music service. Cameron's friend tells him of another service that has a $15 joining fee, but charges 80 cents per song. At what number of songs does the new service become a less expensive option than Cameron's current service? So I want you to hit pause right here, and then once you try it out, remember, trying it out, even if you're making mistakes, grows your brain. I want you to hit play again, and then I want you to go over the work from the video. All right, so if you're listening to this now, that means you've already tried it, you already attempted it. So here we go. So once again, in the given, we have a new service that we're looking into. So we have the 95 cents a song. Come up with some type of method. If you don't want to use a different color, you don't have to. In the second service, he has $15 joining fee. Remember, that's a one-time addition. But this one has a cheaper rate per song, so we'll see if that matters. And then you want to set them equal to each other because our unknown is X. So this is songs to break even. All right, so we have the 0.95x, because songs match up with the 95 cents, equals, now the $15 fee plus the 80 cent per song. Draw your line down the middle, minus 0.80. Make sure that X goes with it. Divide by 0.15. Be careful when you put this in. You cannot forget the 0.15. If you like to put that 0 in front so you know that it's a decimal, please do so. So for this one, he can only buy 100 songs to break even. So the question is, at what number of songs does the new service become a less expensive option? So, if Cameron purchases more than 100 songs, the new service would be a less expensive option. So notice that I put 100. You actually want to put more than 100 because at 100 it's even. So then at 101 songs, that's when it becomes less expensive. So let's be proper here. So it will be less expensive after 100 songs. So you are going to definitely have to write a sentence for these. And you really want to think about what your number is. That number is kind of a boundary between service number 1 and service number 2. So if he bought 99 songs, his current music would be fine. If he bought 100, it didn't matter which way he went because it's the same cost. If he bought 101, then his new service, the one that his friend told him about, would be better for him.